love, and a temporary insanity curable by marriage. Speak when you are angry and you will make the best speech you will ever regret. The covers of this book are too far apart. The act of repeating erroneously the words of another. Garment worn by child when its mother is feeling chilly. A person of low taste more interested in himself than in me. All are lunatics, but he who can analyze his delusion is called a philosopher. A minor form of despair disguised as a virtue. Devoid of consideration for the selfishness of others. To ask that the laws of the universe be annulled in behalf of a single petitioner, confessedly unworthy. A body of water occupying about 2/3 of a world made for man who has no gills. A blackguard whose faulty vision sees things as they are not as they ought to be. Attacks on people who are bad at math. Belief without evidence in what is told by one who speaks without knowledge of things without parallel. The sacred books of our holy religion as distinguished from the false and profane writings on which all other faiths are based. An ingenious device for obtaining individual profit without individual responsibility. Deliverance of sinners from the penalty of their sin through their murder of the deity against whom they sinned. The doctrine of redemption is the fundamental mystery of our holy religions, and whose believeth in it shall not perish, but have everlasting life, in which to try to understand it. That which discloses to the wise and disguises from the foolish their lack of understanding. To lay the foundation for a future offense. A benighted creature who has the folly to worship something he can see and feel. A person who talks when you wish him to listen. In our civilization and under our republican form of government, intelligence is so highly honored that it is rewarded by exemption from the cares of office. I think, therefore I think that I am as close an approach to certainty as any philosopher has yet made. The most affectionate creature in the world is a wet dog. Mistaken at the top of one's voice. The slaying of one human being by another. There are 4 kinds of homicide: felonious, excusable, justifiable, and praiseworthy. You are not permitted to kill a woman who has wronged you, but nothing forbids you to reflect that she is growing older every minute. a daughter of hope and fear, explaining to ignorance the nature of the unknowable. One of the signal and characteristic qualities of humanity. You don't have to be stupid to be a Christian, but it probably helps. Gout is the father of invention. A woman with a fine prospect of happiness behind her. A machine which you go into as a pig and come out of as a sausage. A lowly virtue whereby mediocrity achieves an inglorious success. Women in love are less ashamed than men. They have less to be ashamed of. Experience is a revelation in the light of which we renounce our errors of youth for those of age. Success is the one unpardonable sin against our fellows. A spiritual pickle preserving the body from decay. The small part of ignorance that we arrange and classify, we give the name of knowledge.